If you're in the UK right now, it is already Sunday and it means it's game day with West Ham United travelling down to the south coast to face Southampton. At the time of recording, as I look at my microwave, it is 3 minutes to midnight here in Canada and therefore it is not Sunday. But by the time I have finished recording this video, it will be Sunday. So it's a win-win and everybody's happy. Southampton's a team that we also need to beat because, with all due respect, it's not doing very well in the league right now. In fact, it's in a bit of trouble. And I think over the last 2 seasons, Southampton's been gradually leaning towards inconsistency. And with inconsistency comes poor results. And right now, poor results are putting pressure on Ralph Hasenhüttl and his players. I want to begin by talking about Southampton's recruitment over the summer. Because while the club did definitely keep a low profile with its signings and doing things very quickly, the signings they made have been quite unpredictable, although some of them have been good. Gavin Bazunu signed from Manchester City and he's proven to be a good goalkeeper. Bela Kotchap signed from Bochum and he's proven to be a good defender. Romeo Lavia signed from Manchester City, a very talented midfielder with a lot of potential, a Belgian player. Joe Rebo, who played for Rangers. I wanted him at West Ham. I thought he was excellent in the Europa League final. He scored a goal in that game. Thought he was brilliant in that game. Sekumara as well looks very good. Kaleta Carr. Finally, the Kaleta Carr saga ended when Southampton signed him. He's not going to sign for West Ham, thank the Lord. And one reason for the Manchester City connection is the fact that Southampton appointed a director to be in charge of the recruitment and scouting. And he's brought in a lot of teenagers from City. He's brought in 4 players in total. And to be fair, it's a bit of a risk bringing in teenagers into the senior squad, but it's kind of okay in a way. Because Southampton knows how to develop young players. They did it with Gareth Bale and players such as that. They did it with James Ward-Prowse. They've built up teenagers into good talents. So that's something, I suppose. But the results this season are not promising. If you look at the last 4 games, it's been 4 losses in a row with only 1 goal for and 8 against. The 4-0 drumming away at Manchester City has really been an extra kick in the teeth for the Saints. And after this West Ham game, it's got to play Bournemouth, it's got to play Arsenal, it's got to play its South Coast rivals, and then it's got to play the team that's top of the league at the time of recording. I spoke to a Southampton fan in the group chat I'm on after the Everton game. Southampton lost that 2-1, having initially been 1-0 up and blowing the lead within a few minutes, allowing goals to be conceded within around 3 minutes of each other. I said that the team lacked concentration. He said, yeah, he agreed. But what it is for Southampton, he said, is that the team gets 1-0 up in a game, flusters, and then isn't sure what to do. When you go 1-0 up, depends on what you're doing in the game. If you are winning and it's late on, park the bus. Southampton loses its head, from what I've seen. It has no idea what to do after taking the lead, or how to maintain the lead. That's obvious with the lack of goals they scored. There are 2 wins this season came against Leicester, who are also relegation threatened, and a surprise win over Chelsea. The win over Chelsea is a bit of a paper over the cracks, if you ask me. It's not exactly something to be thrilled about. We've actually got a decent track record against Southampton. Last season we drew 0-0 with them and then lost 3-2, but before that, we had a pretty good record against them. We always used to beat them 3-0 at the London Stadium. It's just so it seemed with a player scoring a brace. Pablo Fornals did it, for example. Arnautovic did it in 2018. And David Moyes, prior to this game, has bigged up Jared Bowen. He actually said, and I quote, Jared went back home to Hereford to be with his family. I said, what were you doing? He says, I just went running. I was running all over Hereford. And he came back in incredible condition. Complete people in Hereford attest. Can anyone driving a tractor attest that you, whilst you were out cutting your fields, singing the Wurzels, Did you see some blonde-haired Milky Bar kid look-alike jogging through your field with Chariots of Fire playing behind him? Did you? That was Jared Bowen. Just getting into absolute phenomenal condition. So that's why it's so fast, because he runs through the whole town. If I run through the whole of Edmonton, I'll be absolutely cream-crackered. I won't be able to get even 1 mile. So good on him. You can definitely see that Bowen's had an improvement in his game, though. Moyes is bigging him up a lot because of the technical ability that Bowen has gained. He's gone from being pacey to more skillful and getting into positions which allow him to be more central. Now, playing Bowen as a lone striker up top is not always desirable, but in games, it has worked when he's cut into the middle. It gives him more area to shoot and more of the goal to see. We've got a couple of wins now, and they've come at good times. We're starting to get our form back and our confidence back. And if we can get 3 wins in a row ahead of the Liverpool game coming on Wednesday, I think we'll be fine. And everything's going to be A-OK for us. We've won our last 4 in a row in all competitions, and obviously confidence is high with us. And confidence, I think, is going to be key in this game, because Southampton's not looking good, as I've kept saying, but we are. We can't afford to lose to this lot. And I know track records don't always mean we're definitely going to win, but let's make the most of it and take advantage of a weaker side that's low in confidence. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to sub for more content. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.